Well, that's another vacuum cleaner going in the dumpster, or skip, as we say in the UK. Happy 4th of July to all of you, to my American viewers especially, who celebrate the 4th of July. We've got something to celebrate too in the UK, because from today we're allowed to go to the pub and get our hair cut, which is useless to me because I don't drink and I don't have any hair. But anyway, instead of going to the pub and having my hair cut, I thought I'd do you a special video, because it is actually the 4th of July when I'm recording this, and I thought I'd get out my Kirby Classic 3 to see how well it copes with my plush carpet, and it's a big thumbs down. Surprisingly, I know everyone said, oh, a Kirby will be very good. Even on, well, on the highest setting, which I believe is setting 8, it skims, and then setting 7, I think it does work a bit on setting 7. But anyway, whatever setting I have it on, it is unbearably hard to push. I've worked up a sweat just doing a small area of my living room. So it's not a keeper, but the reason I got this vacuum cleaner out, I gave it a bit of a polish, it's been in storage, is because I've got some videos to make of this. So you'll be seeing those sometime this year. But I'm going to make the videos, and then this one is going on eBay. It's not a Kirby I'm keeping. I think my Diamond Edition will work because it's got tech drive. I think that will do very well on this carpet. And at some point, I'll get my Diamond Edition out. Well, the Kirby isn't the reason I've got you here. I'm going to be unboxing another American vacuum. And it's one that's been quite requested on my channel. There are two models that have been requested, a rainbow and the model I'm about to show you. So without any further ado, I'll get the box and we'll open this American-made vacuum cleaner. Well, here's the box, and it's a whopper. Now, although this is an American-made vacuum cleaner, this isn't an American import. This is actually a UK version of an American manufactured vacuum. So it'll work in the UK without my black box. So we'll quickly get into it. Take the bubble wrap off. Some of it anyway. I haven't time to get all of it off at the moment. Right. Some of you will know what this is. Well, obviously I'll tell you in the description after this video has been on YouTube for a couple of days. So it's a surprise for you if you're one of the early people to watch the video, unless you follow me on social media. Don't forget I have Instagram and Facebook. I have Twitter, but I don't really use Twitter much. Okay, right, let's have a look. I've never had one of these. I've no idea what they're like, but as I say, it's been requested a lot. First thing out, we've got a single metal wand with a wire connected to it. So any clues, folks, for my early viewers who don't know what this is yet? If you're watching this a couple of years from now, obviously, the title will tell you, so skip this part. We have a hose, I believe. We have, well, this gives it away. I won't give it away. It's a bag of filters. A power nozzle. That explains the cord on the extension lead, doesn't it? Not the extension lead, what's this called? Extension wand, or tube. Ooh, there's some more filters. I'm not going to show you the other side of the envelope, because that gives the game away. And I'm not going to show you the instruction manual that's also included. Here it is. Shout out if you know what it is, folks. I'm sure some of you will have guessed. But I'm going to keep you in suspenders for a little bit longer. We'll just zoom in on these parts and open them up to reveal what's under the bubble wrap. Okay then, let's start with the hose. And there might be some other bits and pieces in here as well. It's quite good bubble wrap, this. I'll best keep it. I'll be needing bubble wrap when I sell some of my vacuums. Right. So here's another clue for you. We've got a power hose. It looks pretty clean. That's obviously the end that goes into the machine. There's the little plug that will plug into the power take-off socket. And here we have the handle. And it says, with no idea of the brand, but it says, I don't know if you can quite see, but it says Majestic on it. And there's a blanking piece that I suppose maybe some models would have had an on-off switch here perhaps, and maybe variable speed. But this is just plain. All this does is provide power to the power head. So we still don't know, do we really, what make it is yet. Now this, and I did think at the time, this was pictured in the eBay listing, and yes, it's clearly does not belong to this. This is from one of those, it's probably from one of those little handheld vacuums that were quite big in the 90s, those little ones that were like 1,000 watts. You know, there was many of them about. Turbo Tiger rings a bell. But anyway, get rid of that, doesn't belong to this cleaner. Oh, we've got a little sort of a cap for some reason. And this will give the game away because this says, this is a small turbo nozzle, and this says what I'm about to reveal. Yes, folks, at last, says some of you, we have on this channel for the very first time, and possibly the last time, a filter queen. And that is a made in Germany nozzle. I thought it was. And it's the same nozzle that Sebo provide, and other manufacturers I've seen that, but certainly Sebo still use that in their current lineup. So there we have handheld turbo, rather nice burgundy and silver filter queen branding. In fact, it will probably look quite well with the Kirby, won't it, in the burgundy. Here's the power nozzle, which isn't in bad shape either. Little bit mucky here, look, but that'll come off. It's not rusty. And this is 150 watts, this power nozzle. And you can see it's, I think that's a wooden brush roll. Great big gap at that side where the belt is. I've had a look for belts for this. I can get belts. I might have to replace a belt before I do a proper demo. And then we've got a height control here on the back. That I assume, yes, it adjusts the rollers. Can you see the two rollers at the front? When I turn that, I don't know if I can quite see it working. Yes, you can, look. So, for my carpet, I'm going to have it on the highest setting, which is setting 4, which is there. So, yeah, it's a little bit scratched, but it's not bad, is it? That'll polish up quite nicely. So, that is the power nozzle. So finally we can reveal the vacuum itself. Yes, this is a Filter Queen Majestic, I believe, and I can now show you. We have the full instruction book, which is useful for me. Now the next most requested vacuum on my channel that I haven't got yet is a rainbow. And I did actually win a rainbow on eBay a couple of weeks ago. It was an older model. And the seller had actually put £1 shipping charge. And I didn't think that was a mistake because sometimes sellers do put low shipping charges to attract the bidders. So I won it, paid for it. But the seller said, oh no, I can't ship it for £1. Anyway, a lot of backwards to and froing and complaining to eBay, and basically the seller cancelled the transaction, and to this date is I think it finishes today. So yeah, but I am still looking at rainbows, you know, no promises, but maybe by the end of the year I'll show you a rainbow. So here it is, very chrome and black and smelly, actually, I must say. It stinks. It stinks. But anyway, is that metal? No, I don't know. No, it's chrome plastic. Right, well, let's just delve in and have a look a bit closer. So we've got onboard tool storage, as you can see. And we've got sort of a pip fitting similar to the Hoover cleaners, you know, the older Hoover cleaners. So this is probably a hard floor brush, I would say, possibly. And then here, obviously, we know that's a crevice tool, and a nice long crevice tool. Here we have a dusting brush, very soft, nice soft brushes there. Little bit of a logo there as well. And finally this brush, which I suppose, and it does have a slide out thing. That's for your upholstery and stuff, isn't it? You can slide it out. Very similar sort of thing to a pneumatic style with a slide in, slide off brush. Well, I think that's all the cleaning tools. So let's have a closer look at the machine itself. Well, you'll have to forgive my ignorance, folks, but this is the first time I've ever seen a filter queen in real life, let alone handled one. So it's all very new to me. Obviously, I will sit down later on and have a cup of coffee and look at the instruction book. But obviously, here's the mains cable, which is, does this come off? It looks like it possibly does. But here's the mains cable anyway. It's in good condition, I would say. A little bit smaller than I expected, which is not a bad thing, really. It's very, very retro, isn't it? Majestic triple crown. A little bit of rust actually on that part. That is metal. That part is metal, but the top grille, that's plastic. These are sturdy looking wheels, aren't they? They remind me a bit of the TriStar wheels. So we've got four, and in fact they're more like balls, aren't they? We've got 4 balls. Swivel casters. I wonder how well this will pull on this carpet. Not a lot of vacuum cleaners. Apart from, you know, the uprights, they're hard to push. A lot of the canister vacuums are hard to pull as well on this carpet. But, yeah. I think because of these are balls and they don't dig into the pile, that seems to move quite well. So let's open it up, shall we? There is an on-off switch somewhere. I've seen it. Oh, here. A little on-off switch, look. And that's the socket for the power nozzle. So obviously we've got a big metal clamp, 2 of them, to remove the motor unit, and we can look inside. Oh, that comes off as well, look. Swivel caster set. I might end up liking this. I don't know. That's plastic. There's a bit of dust in there. Obviously I'll need to put some of the filters in, don't I? One of the filters. I'll just lean over and get my filters. So we have some of these. Filter Queen cellulose pre-filters. Nice supply of those, isn't there? And then we've got, we've got that and that. Okie dokie. Well, because I don't want you to shout at me, I'll just peruse the instruction book and just see where the filters fit. Okay, well this, according to the instructions, is the flat disc filter, and it should be replaced once a year. And it should be located somewhere. I didn't show you the underside of this, did I? Look at that. So I think that means, oh, I don't need a screwdriver. That's good. Thought I'd need a screwdriver, but no, that just comes out by hand. And then this, it's pretty clean, isn't it? Considering just a bit light dust. So that is the filter, which looks okay, because that whole thing comes off. Yeah, the motor's under there obviously, so we don't need to fit that, so we can put that back. So that's the flat disc pre-motor filter. So we can pop the screw back in. Okay, so that's the top part. Under here as well, there is a little compartment which I believe you can insert an air freshener. Let me give that a smell. It's got a bit of a whiff to it. I don't know if that's... Oh no, what they've done, look, they've put a bit of kitchen roll in there. Oh, there's something else under there. They've put a bit of kitchen roll in there, which they might have put some drops of essential oil on, perhaps. So that is designed to fragrance your room. Oh, and underneath, I wouldn't have seen that, we have got a serial number and some other details. Okay, this says model 99 UK, serial number 014695, made in the USA, Cleveland, Ohio. And just here we've got some more details. HMI Cleve, Ohio, model 99 UK, made in USA, 230, 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, 800 watts, and with the power head, it's 950 watts. Okay, now I need to fit one of these pre-filters or filter cones, which opens up like that, and see, it just fits in like that. And then the other filter is this, which is the Enviro Pure, and it says so on it, Enviro Pure. So I'm assuming I have to put the Enviro Pure in next. Yes, I think so. So just drop it in there, I think. I hope I'm not doing this wrong, but that's what it looks like in the instruction book. Well, I think that's right. The instructions aren't very clear about the positioning of this Enviro Pure, but I'm just doing it in reverse order to what the instructions say. I was wondering, do I, instead of putting it on top of the cone filter, would it be better to place it on there first? But then again, it would be hard to know. I think it's right. It seems a bit odd, but I'm sure I'll have plenty of comments telling me, oh no, it's wrong, you're doing it wrong, or yes, that is correct. So anyway, I've got the filter cone and the Enviro Pure filter. I mean, obviously it's called a filter queen, so you'd expect there to be a lot of filters. So then do I just pop it in, pop the lid on, I wonder? And does it go any particular way? I think I'll have the filter queen to the front. I think that's correct. I'm not sure. You know, I've been fiddling with vacuums for many years, but there's still a lot to learn. I'm always learning. Oh yes, it does go that way because I think, oh no, I don't know if, no, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, but it might do. Those are sticking out. I assume that's correct. Those tabs. Okay then, folks. Let's fit the hose. I've noticed from the instruction book, there are lots of optional accessories similar to a Kirby. You can get accessories for filtering the air that goes on the top, special hard floor accessory. The circulaire, you can get a scalp massager, that's very Kirby, isn't it, that one? And a foam doobry, or a sprayer like a Kirby. So I suppose this could be maybe a canister Kirby sort of thing, type. I think these are sold door to door as well. They're not something you could buy in a retailer. Do filter queens still exist? Do they still make new vacuums, folks? I'm not sure. Right, I think that's on. And the power nozzle. Yes, it obviously has to go this way because that's where the power nozzle socket is. Well, I'm going to plug this in, I think. I'm going to risk it. It's not a wreck of a vacuum, so I'm going to lean over, hang on a minute, plug it in, and risk that it doesn't blow up. Not bad for 800 watts. I've got my doobry. Somewhere, hang on. Oh dear. Let's have a look. I've been told I'm using this wrong by a viewer, but I don't know how to use it. How else am I supposed to use it? But anyway, as I've said before, it's just a rough guide to the suction, and you can check back on other videos where I've used the gauge. Maybe one day I'll have time to do a little spreadsheet and show you which ones actually had the most suction. Okay, we'll just quickly measure the suction of this filter queen, and then I'll attach the power nozzle and give it a bit of a go. Well, that seemed to peak around 92, which is pretty impressive for an 800 watt vacuum cleaner. Okie dokie then. Well, just quickly have a look at this. This is going to add to the noise level. There we are. Needed a bit of help to get going. It might be blocked or clogged up. I can get this open. Should open the same way as, or does it? It might not open actually. Oh yes, there we go. That's it. Oh, a little bit of fluff in there, but not much. Should be fine, that. There we are. So that's the small turbo. But now we need the power head. Quite a nice flexible hose for a power hose. It's not very rigid. It's quite flexible and a reasonable length. So here we have the power nozzle, and that must go in this way. That's it. It's locked in, but it does swivel. That's very like the TriStar that I showed you on my channel a while ago. So now obviously I have to connect these two connectors. I don't think it matters which way. We'll just push them together. And let's clip that into there, I think. Let's come out. It's all a little bit strange having to clip that down below there. But anyway, at least the rest of the cable is housed within the hose, so we're not having to clip a power cable to the outside of the hose, which is very inconvenient. So in goes, how does it go that way? Oh, the whole thing, that's it. There we go, that's locked. There's a little rubber button there to release it, and then of course you have to plug. Perhaps I should have unplugged the machine before doing this, but now we plug this into here. I wonder if it'll turn on. It shouldn't. No, there we are. But it should turn on. I think that's incorrectly. It should turn on now. When I switch the filter queen on, we should see the brushes revolve on the power head. Oh dear, another vacuum cleaner that's been defeated by this plush pile carpet. What a mistake it was to buy this carpet. What a big mistake, but it's done now. I can't do much about it. I can't afford a new carpet so soon. Right, I'll just move it on into the hallway where I've got the much shorter pile. It should perform okay on that. Well folks, you can see a little bit of behind the scenes footage, what my hallway contains at the moment. I've just, yesterday, I duo-peed my living room carpet. It's not had a full wet wash yet, parts of it have been, odd stains and things, but this is the first time I've done the whole carpet with the duo machine, and it's very good actually. It did make the carpet look a lot better. So I've used that, and I've been using the girly pink SIBO, and I had this Dyson out. Oh, hang on. I had this Dyson Animal 2 out. So obviously I used the Dyson first to get the majority of the powder up, and then I went over it with the SIBO again to make sure. So that's out for that reason. And what else have we got? Well, we've got the shark, which at the moment is covered in dust. I've cleaned it all out, ready to make a demo video, and I haven't got round to doing it. So there's the old shark cordless, which is my favourite shark cordless at the moment. This one does cope with my living room carpet. And something you might not have seen yet, I've had it several weeks now, is the new Miele Triflex. Hopefully next week, fingers crossed, you'll see the first look, unboxing and quick demo of the Triflex. Here's a quick demo. First impressions of this, I'm not that keen, to be honest. It's a very expensive machine, and it's not that well made. It's very light. I've not used it properly, as you'll be able to see, because it's clean. But I have used it a little bit, but I'll reserve my judgment until I've used it properly around my house. But it's, I think it's way overpriced, to be honest. So, right, well, if I can find some space, we'll just see if that Filter Queen power head works better on this short pile carpet. Well, it doesn't work very well on this very short pile carpet either, but I think the problem could be the belt. So I'm going to reserve judgment until I've found and fitted a new belt. That could be the reason it's stalling even on this low pile carpet. Before I go, I'll just quickly open up the power nozzle and we'll have a look at the condition of the belt. And obviously I'm going to have to go on eBay and find a new one. Okay, well, I've unplugged the Filter Queen, obviously. I could have just unplugged the power nozzle, but it makes no difference, does it? So it looks like there's just 2 screws to undo. Whoops. There we are. Very simple when you open it up, isn't it? We can see the motor. And as you can see, it's a Lamb motor, but still says made in the USA on it. Bit of fluff, isn't there? I don't know. Doesn't seem too bad, the belt, but I suppose, yeah, it's quite easy to take off. I'll just have to give this a bit of a vacuuming to get the fluff out, but all in all, it's, you know, it's pretty clean, isn't it? It's in good condition. It's got good suction. It's just, I believe some people mentioned the power head not being very good when I showed my first picture of this from the eBay listing to say that I've won this. This will be coming up soon. So, yeah, I mean, to me, if the belt is too easy to put on, which this one will be, then it means it needs replacing. So, I'll check all the envelopes I got with this, just in case. Well, I'll do it now because it'll save me coming back later. No, there's nothing. There's no spare belt. So I will source some spare belts for this, and you'll see the Filter Queen Majestic Triple Crown. Very posh, isn't it? Majestic. You'll see this again, and I'll do a proper demo with some dirt. But all in all, it's an interesting machine. It wasn't overly expensive. I don't know, it depends what you feel is expensive. I think I offered a bit less than the seller listed it for. I think I paid £105 for this, which, you know, considering I believe these were pretty expensive when they were sold new, and I certainly wouldn't have wanted to buy one of these brand new. But yeah, the brush roll, I would agree with the people who said that the power head isn't very good. very soft brushes. But anyway, it's interesting for me to look at, and I hope this video was interesting for you. I've finally unboxed and shown you a Filter Queen vacuum cleaner. Well everyone, that's the end of my 4th of July video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope wherever you are, whether you're in the USA, Canada, UK, France, Germany, whatever you're doing, I hope you've had a nice 4th of July. And well, I can't fail but mention we are obviously living in unusual times, to put it mildly, and hopefully, and fingers crossed, we can start to see an improvement in what's going on in the world. And I'm hoping for all of us the second half of 2020 will be a lot better than the first. But strap yourself in, I think we're still in for a bumpy ride, but whatever you're doing, try not to worry about it. Try and go about your business as much as you can. Be with your family, go out for walks, enjoy your pets if you've got them. Mine's asleep, Daisy's asleep behind, I can't show at the moment. But I'm still trying to put out as many videos as I can, because I know some of you like to watch them and it helps you to take your mind off things. But don't worry, please don't worry. Things surely can only get better. The cue for a song? Well, no, I'm not going to sing. But anyway, yeah. Whatever happens, we'll always have our vacuums, and if the world ends tomorrow, I think this Filter Queen and this Kirby will survive, because they're built quite well. Bit disappointed with the power nozzle on the Filter Queen, but as I said, you'll see that again. Hopefully a new belt might sort out the problem with the brush stalling. Lots more videos to come up. I'll just give you a sneak peek, since you've been kind enough to stay till the end. As you saw, there's the Miele Triflex coming up. I've also imported another American vacuum. It is a vacuum, but it's not. It's something we can't get in the UK, and it's something that will involve the dogs. So that will be coming up soon. I've got some multi-purpose, multi-function vacuums, robotic vacuums, floor washers. Oh, cracky. It's mind-boggling how many different vacuum cleaners I've got to show you on this channel. So please stick with me. There is an awful lot more to come for the rest of this year and into 2021, and hopefully beyond. If you have any comments or questions about this Filter Queen, if you can help me out with anything, if you can point out what I've done wrong in this video, point it out below. Don't forget to thumb up, subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye for now.